You're listening to The Real Short Box, a comic book podcast made for geeks by geeks.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Real Short Box on a special location and special assignment. We are here at the 2022 San Diego Comic-Con convention, and we are broadcasting from a special hotel.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed hotel location.
Secret goddamn headquarters.
Yes, and I have about 3 to 4 special guests, all representing the great top 5 comic book shop on the west coast of the United States. We could be heroes. With the proprietor and owner, Dr. Julio Galvez, the man who is always the Prince of Santa Clarita. Welcome, sir.
It's the Duke.
I'm sorry, the Duke.
The Duke?
Oh, yeah, the Duke of Santa Clarita. And by the way, I don't agree with the statement of being top 5.
Well, what?
Because I'm a humble man.
Oh,
come on.
I'm a humble
fair
man.
enough. Fair enough.
With a average size penis.
It was an average size penis. Average.
All right, so
Offbeat good looks.
We just went from podcast to toilet cast.
So we got average sized penis man.
Yes.
We've got Danny Rand over here.
Yes, we have the unknown. He's a very humble man. He doesn't like his name being put
You know
up
what?
there.
I think he's going to start to warm up to that because he's on the show all the time.
But the thing is, he is a private man, so therefore we will call him simply
Danny Private.
Danny Private. There we go.
Private Rand.
It's DJ Sensational
Rand.
one.
I can take that. Yeah, DJ Sensational one, and then we have Showtime.
Showtime.
And then there's me, of course. Don't.
That's right.
The most important one.
That's right.
I mean, come on.
He is the Laird of North Hollywood. He's a
The
man.
Laird.
The only minority at the table.
I do have, that's true. I do have property in Scotland and Ireland, by the way.
Like one of those little small pieces?
Yep, exactly. At 2 castles, one in Scotland, one in Ireland. So
Sandcastle.
Oh,
you can call me
God.
Lord, Laird, whichever. You
And Donald is very proud. He was the 2000 Kent State University's Mr. Beefcake
Yeah.
while he was in college there.
I don't think that's true.
I've heard otherwise.
There's nothing beefy about his cakes.
Well,
Well, actually, my cakes are pretty they're nice. I got nice cakes.
well, there you go.
Yeah, Kevin, you've seen them.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I think you had your face buried.
No, I don't know about that. Maybe that's your fantasy, but maybe that's your fantasy.
Oh, fantasy became reality
Oh,
after
no,
a
it did
few
not.
drinks. Let me tell you.
Well, first
what.
of all, for those who know me, I rarely
By the way,
ever...
real quick, about 5 to 8 years ago, I can't remember exact,
Mm.
but Kevin partook in some illegal activities.
Illegal activities?
There was,
What?
There was something.
No
mixed in-
surprise here.
Something mixed in with the Chex Mix that he was unaware of, and at one point, Kevin was
Chex
praying in front of the convention center on his knees praying.
Like Allah to Allah?
Yeah, you're right. I got a picture of it.
I tell you, you got some fantasies, man.
He had a hell of a time. let me tell
Fantasies,
you.
fantasies.
Really?
fantasies.
You ate the weed brownie?
I don't do
He
those
pretty much
things.
did, yeah.
I don't engage in such activities.
No, but you accidentally did that?
I did.
Accidentally, yeah. And you know what? I almost accidentally brought a chocolate bar infused with it too, just to see if you would
Julio,
have
I'm
some.
smart.
I don't believe a good Christian man like
Oh
you,
my
Kevin.
God! Repent, fool.
Oh, yeah, you're in trouble.
Gene Simmons did that.
He did?
Yeah. He's like non-drug free, or he doesn't drink alcohol.
Wait,
or anything like that.
he's
Wait.
non-drug
No,
free.
you know what I mean. No, he's drug free. He's drug free.
Double negative is proof positive.
Yes, he's drug free, alcohol free, and but he has a sweet tooth, and he ended up like grabbing a tray from like one of the backstage shows of brownies, and took them into the limo. Where most people would just grab more alcohol and get in the limo.
Right.
He grabbed brownies and was like eating them all. You know, and he did it there because he was embarrassed that he was going to eat all of the whole entire tray.
Was
and
it
they
like
were
weed infused?
Yeah, they were all weed infused.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, so he got. So it was funny. That's what reminded me of
Wow.
Well,
that. I've never done an accidental drug. They're all been intentional.
if I could go around this beautiful round table panel.
You just did. We did. We introduced
Do you know that this
Well,
round
I have a
table
question, I have a
was
question.
invented by Circumference?
As it should.
Yes, sir.
As a circumference. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Circumference is
I get
funny.
it. I get it.
Well, let's,
I did a Donald.
Yeah, you did. You kind of did a dad joke. Yeah.
let's start with the first basic
And
question.
you got and he got the same expression.
I got crayon on the inside of my hat, by the way.
Mm.
That's because you keep smuggling crayons from restaurants.
Good. Max's face when he saw what you had in your hat was like, shame.
Wow.
Shame.
I'm gonna pull Kevin here.
Wow.
Wow.
Shamed by
Wow.
an 11-year-old.
Yeah, whatever. He
Basic,
was just jealous he didn't think of it.
All right, ask your question.
basic question to you fellas. Now, right now, it's Friday. Day 3 is complete. What do you think so far? I know personally it's crowded, but not as crowded as it usually is on the floor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, since you fellas have a booth this time around, how are things going on? How are people coming to your booth frequently or infrequently?
I think the mask thing is a little too much this time around. And number 2, people aren't nice.
Really?
I've said hello to everybody that's walked by.
They're being douchey.
I mean, yeah, they're just not social. Maybe it's a pandemic thing.
It is.
You know.
People-
No.
You don't think so?
You know, unfortunately, I hate to say this about our fellow Comic-Con nerds, but they're socially awkward.
Oh, okay.
And they don't know. Like the bus driver asked each and every one of us individually. With their shuttle buses, by the way, they don't take you to your hotels. If you go to a hotel that's popular enough, so the shuttle bus driver, when a kid got up on the bus, he's like, what hotel are you going to?" And the kid just looked at him and just kept walking. He said, wait. And he had to grab him by the arm, basically, and be like, "What? I need to know. What hotel are you going to?" Because if no one's going to certain ones, he wasn't going to stop at them.
Yeah.
Which is smart. So the guy was like, nothing. Like, he didn't say anything. And he just looked back at the lady that was behind him. And she's like, "Oh, we're staying." And I was like, just answer the guy, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's a,
Make his job easier.
it's a common question, you know? Like,
Well, there's a lot. I've seen a lot of
Antisocial.
people, like groups of families with special needs kids with them. Special needs people.
No, you don't turn this into where I'm an asshole. That guy was not special needs.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
What you
I'm
had
sure.
a
He's
you
probably
had you had,
antisocial.
you had a
When he went
moment.
when he went to sit down, he said, "I'm not special needs."
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I knew.
okay. Sorry,
He's
I
probably
didn't know he said
antisocial.
that.
I knew right away.
Oh, I didn't know he said that.
Yeah.
He's antisocial.
Spell it. Write it down for him. He's dyslexic. Was the quote of the week.
It's quite a quote.
It is. That was a good one.
I do think Wednesday, Thursday, and so far Friday have been super light. I don't think
Dead.
Not a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people are spending more time at the Hasbro and the Lego booths and the Star Wars
The
booths.
big booths. The
And
big.
they're trying to get the activities in first. And also, I don't see a lot of people taking off work to come on the Thursday, Friday. So we may see more of an influx of people come in for the weekend.
But how is everybody not at the Comic Con? Because every business is understaffed. You would think they'd be there, right?
Well, it's true. Like, some of the booths, like, people should have purchased are just empty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's empty spaces, which
No.
is something you never really saw before.
But think about this: McFarlane releases Spawn 1 blank foil, gold foil cover, and some of us were in line.
There was only 1,500. There was only 1,500 books.
That's what I'm saying. But some of us went back 5 times.
My wife went back 3 times.
Yeah, and
Max
got 3-4 years ago, there would have been 1,500 people in line, and you would have got lucky if you got a
Yeah.
set.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
But-
But on the other hand, on Wednesday, I went to Stan Sakai's booth for Usagi. And
Only 400 though. He only had 400.
right, but they sold out of the sets before it opened.
Right.
Yeah, that happens.
They sold to a lot of people.
Crazy.
They sold to a lot of vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that.
House.
And as somebody that's gone a lot of times as a non-professional or non-vendor or anything like that,
Non-human.
right? I
Non-binary.
I would get very annoyed with that fact that and I always wondered that. I'd be like, "Look, I was right at the door when it opened, and I ran to get to there. How are you sold out already?"
Of
Right.
400.
Right.
Yeah.
There wasn't 400 people
Well, I'll
between
tell
me
you
and
what
that
you should
door.
have done.
Exactly.
You should have took your big wheel over there. Your little scooter big
Oh,
wheel.
the scooter. Oh my god.
One year, we had professional badges, and we were
Or
waiting,
rubber.
and the line was, we were indoors. We were on the top level. And all we had to do is go down the stairs. We were on the floor. 9 o'clock hit. Boom. We ran to the Marvel booth because they had an opportunity for you to meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cool.
And every other person, you stuck your hand in the bag, you pulled a ticket, it said nope. The other one said yep.
Oh yeah, I remember
Right.
those.
So they were like 50-50. And they were all out of tickets at 9:03. And I took Max. That's all he wanted to do was meet the Guardians of the Galaxy. He ended up meeting them because he dressed like Star-Lord, and they were like cool with that and hooked them up. But they were all gone at 9:03 in the morning. That's fucked up.
It's a corrupt deal.
It's a
But look at we woke up late. Of course, Julio. We get to the show late,
Wow.
and we
Of
know
course,
we're not getting the McFarlane wristband to get a signature.
That's not true.
And we get in there, and Sean goes, "Hey, I'm in line." I'm like, I'm in line. I'm early. I got a wristband. What's going on? And I said to him, I said, "You sure? Yeah, come on back." Oscar, Juice, and Sean got a wristband to go get a McFarlane signature, and it was just 3-4 years ago.
It's crazy.
You wouldn't get lucky.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't even bother standing on a McFarlane line. I haven't. No, I mean, I haven't. I've been coming here for this. If the pandemic didn't happen, this would have been the 26th, 27th year that I'm coming, and I used to love it when I would come here in the beginning. You'd walk up to a booth and McFarlane would be there, and he would sign for you right there.
Right.
And then, like a few years later, it would be at the end where Artist Alley is.
Right.
They would have the autograph session. Then they move it to the sales pavilion.
Right.
But you were able to get autographs from everybody.
Right. But
Now-
unfortunately, you have to understand, the modern day market of commerce where McFarlane, for example, I heard when he knew that people were selling his stuff online, he's like, okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to charge you.
Yeah.
So some people find it disrespectful.
Rob Liefeld must find it really disrespectful based on the cost that he charges for a signature.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
They're horrible. Frank Miller's charging what?
$150, I think.
$150.
Do you get a hug?
No.
Do you get a hug
Yeah.
too?
Frank Miller's charging $105 if you go through CDC. If you go to CDC's booth and say, "I want to submit this for Frank Miller's," it's $105. If you go to Torpedo, it's $150.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If CGC is telling you that you're charging too much, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. If they're
I
telling
mean,
you that.
Stan, for a signature, it was $20, and if you got a remark with it, like it's just a head remark, it's $40, and if you want a torso, it's $60. So I feel that's fair, for those kinds of things, based upon like where you're at. He's at San Diego.
Yeah.
Like if he was at the smaller, like let's say Long Beach Con, or something like that, and he was trying to charge more, it would be hard to make that money.
Right.
In other words, but in San Diego with the big con, you can charge that kind of money, but you get upwards of $100 or more for a signature. It just doesn't feel right to me. I as much as I would like a creator, I would feel somewhat disrespected by that creator to expect me to pay that much for him to just simply sign something. It's like, I'm your fan. I'm what helps keep you going. I'm
Right.
what's
And
helping
relevant,
pay
too,
the
frankly.
rent.
Yeah.
What makes
Yeah.
you relevant.
Yeah.
And you're trying to take, money out of my wallet that I could use for my family or, pay for gas or
But-
dinner or whatever, which I think is what we're seeing a lot of lately here at the convention, is we're seeing less purchases because of people are thinking that way all the time right now.
I do think the problem is that guys like anyone in general are saying like,
Say the names, bro.
well, I mean McFarlane, Sakai, and Steranko are saying, look, yes, it's true. You're paying a lot for my signature. It's because I know for a fact that a lot of you are gonna have me sign these 20 books. You're gonna
Yeah,
then
right.
turn
Yeah.
around and you're gonna sell them and make money.
Yeah.
So if you're getting like hardcovers don't sell as much, right? So it's like someone signs a hardcover, it's more of a keepsake for yourself. But when you sell
Right.
when you sign a key comic, like Sandra Rosa says, most books I'll sign for $10. But if you want to sign a Lisa Protector, it's $20 because he knows that that's the ones you're going to get graded. You're not grading one of his interiors on a book that he don't give a shit about.
Right.
You're gonna have a Lisa Protector #1 sign and have it graded because that's a book that can move. So guys like Jim Lee and those guys are like, look, yeah, I understand you're saying it's too expensive, but we also know that you're making money off us, so we want to get our money in.
Get a pre-cut.
Right. And, Julio's really been spending a lot of time dealing with, Ben Bishop, who's a really nice guy, does a lot for us, but he understands now that these artists don't make a ton of money. It's not like they do one book and they're millionaires.
Right.
They don't get paid a ton of money. So they look at it as how do we increase our money
Monetize, yeah.
without losing our fan base, but also pay our bills. So
Right.
for some of them, Ben charges $20 for a sketch. Sometimes if it's not busy, he'll give you a full blown head to toe sketch for $20. It just depends on the scenario and situation.
Right.
Guys like Liefeld who say you want a new 98, I'm going to charge you $200. That's where it gets weird for me. Is that guys,
$80 Deadpool balloon.
Yeah, it's
$80.
You should make some money.
He's on the top of the food chain too.
Right, but you should be able to capitalize on your art. But at the same time, I think
I've taken advantage of, especially now with the economy the way it is and the gas prices and stuff. People pay a lot of money to drive down here.
Yep. But unfortunately, it's kind of like that's your problem.
Yeah.
That is the attitude.
Yeah.
I will say this though, what's interesting talking to people that come to the booth and look at stuff and ask them where they're from, seeing a lot of people local in the San Diego County.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought there would be a lot more, I'm from Ohio, I'm from LA.
I met a couple people like that. Well,
Yeah.
Jen Mint said he's from what now?
Midwest. He moved to the Midwest recently.
he just moved.
Yeah, but he's originally from Florida. But a lot of the people, just regular Joe people looking at the booth, not comic book, influencers or anything like that. They're from San Diego. They said, yeah, one guy said I worked 10 minutes. I clocked out and came here.
Yeah. One guy said he lived 5 minutes away. He was going to go home for lunch and come back.
Here we go.
I took a lift from the hotel on Wednesday to the convention center to meet up with you guys. And
you're rich.
Yeah, I know, right? It was like $14. And the driver was so excited that it was there was a show coming out. It's called Bat Wheels, and he's local. He lives in the area, and he was so excited. It was like he'd never been like anywhere around here, but he has, and he was still so excited, just like anybody else that would have flown in or whatever. Even the locals still, as much as some of them I'm sure get annoyed. People like he enjoys animation, so he thought that was a cool idea. It was like Cars, but with a Batmobile, and then other, like a Batgirl having her motorcycle or whatever.
It sounds like a cute concept for kids.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I told him that. I said, "Well, it says here it's for like preschoolers," and he said, "I don't care. I'm gonna watch it."
Hey, you want to see a pet? You want to saw Super Pets, right? It doesn't matter how old you are. If you enjoy yourself.
Super Pets was great though. I mean, they actually did a lot of semi cursing. They'd be like, "Oh, holy sh," and then it would stop or something, or something like that. They did quite a bit of implied cursing and stuff, and crude humor, and there was a lot of poop jokes and pee jokes and stuff, which that tracks for all ages. Let's be
Jerry
real.
Springer episode.
Yeah, the Jerry Springer episode where he pooped and then peed.
Yeah,
I believe is what it was. Yes.
And they had Nazis.
Yeah.
Nazis
And he paid with a check.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the sisters got something to tell their brother that she's now dating some other dude.
Her other brother.
I've been dating my cousin.
But I notice a lot at the con. This just in general, just us at the booth is the lack of people wanting to talk to someone else.
Yeah. Oh my
Someone
God.
walks by and you kind of want to spark up a conversation and they just keep walking, like a fear of answering a question. I mean, I was at line at Starbucks, and they were talking about Ben Bishop signing, and I said, "Hey, you're interested in Ben Bishop signing?" And I said, "Hey, we're doing it at our booth, 1901." He said, "Really?" He said that hardcovers and are exclusive and so on and so forth. He was like, "Really? At what time?" For about another hour, and got the guy to leave the line while I stood in line and held a spot, run over to the booth and get a hardcover signed. And he's willing to talk. He's willing to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So the next time I was at the Starbucks line, I just turned around and said, "Hey, how's the con going?" And the guy looked at me, "Good," and he turned his back because he didn't want to have a conversation. And that you get a lot. People walk up to the booth and Sean will say, "Hey, how's it going?" And they just keep walking. Like, we're not. We're trying to. We want you to buy something, but we're not making you to purchase anything. But we like to. We just.
My favorite one was, I think it was yesterday, when Juice was there at the booth, and I talked to this guy for like 5 minutes. I was trying to sell him on the Bitchmanias, and he's like, I might come back, and you know what that means? They're not coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, I might come back, and he's already like 2 booths down, and Juice like, yells, not loud, like a Juice yell. And he's like, "Oh, we got a signing too that's coming up." He doesn't say what it was or anything. We got a signing coming up. And it was just hilarious. I was like, "Oh yeah, you got him." And I brought him back.
I was telling Jews, I said, Joe was telling Jews, I said, the guy says, "I'll be back." He says, "No, he's not coming back." She's like, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "I was with Donald and I believe with Sean. So we were at Revolution Con, and I was talking to the guys of Space Bastards, and they were talking about their trade.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, I'm gonna come back tomorrow." And Donald's like, "You're a dick. You're not coming back."
No,
It's
I don't know.
karma.
I don't know if you've noticed that I've been yelling like weird shit,
Yeah.
like the whole entire time at the booth. I like start
Well,
yelling.
you were out of it yesterday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Wednesday, you were like, you gave up.
Yeah,
It felt like. We all felt like giving up.
I was yelling like weird stuff, and nobody cared.
Yeah. Hot dogs,
Yeah,
peanuts.
I like.
Half
Hot
off
chicken.
hugs. Half
Yeah,
off
my
hugs.
wife
Peanut
reminded-
Crazy guy.
Free
When
hugs.
we were outside the HBO line for the Dragon thing, some crazy guy was yelling, "We got tacos here, tacos!" And he's standing there, and people start coming up, and he's like, "Taco Bell," and then he walks off.
Yeah, people don't want to talk to anybody in there.
The lockdown, I think, has just made a lot of people, unfortunately, more antisocial.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've noticed that people have become a little more crueler the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Just in general. And it's very unfortunate. All you can do is just be yourself, keep a smile on your face, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But it is very sad.
I don't want to mention anybody by name, but the surprise today that in the conversation was that we're genuinely nice people.
Yeah.
And that was so hard to believe. And it's been over and over that they've expressed that we're really nice. And there's still shock there.
It's weird.
It's weird. I'm like, well, why wouldn't we be nice? Why wouldn't I was surprised that they were shocked.
Although we did meet this girl came up dressed as Black Widow. She's born,
Italia.
Oh yeah, very nice.
born and raised in Italy, but lives in Japan. And she comes up and she says, she was walking by and Juice pointed out, like, I'm like, "Yo, Black Widow!" And then she kind of came back around. Who said that? And he was like, "Oh, he did." And I was like, she was like, "Oh, you recognize my costume?" Because everyone else thought I was
Scarlet
from G.I. Joe. And I said, "No, you're Black Widow." Although it would have probably been easier if you were blonde versus a redhead. But yeah, you're Black Widow. So she was.
Well, but she was a redhead originally.
No, but in that suit, she's wearing that black suit. She's blonde by that time.
No, in the first.
She wasn't wearing that.
No, she was wearing the movie one with the batons.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So then, we're talking, and I said to her, I says, I goes, "Oh, you have a pretty nice accent." And she says, "Yeah, can you guess where I'm from?" And I said, "Well,
Jamaica.
that's her British. I thought she was British."
Oh.
Or English. I said, "English. I think you're English." And she's like, "No, I'm from Italy." And I go, "Cool. How's the weather in Italy?" She's like, "I wouldn't know. I live in Japan."
Wow. Wow.
She got you there.
So then I bring Ian over because I guess Ian smelt the blood in the water and saw a pretty lady, and he comes over and says, "Hey,
Is
Showtime,
that
what's going
code
on?"
for something?
And I go, "What's going on?" I said, "Oh, Ian, this is I can't remember what her name was.
Yelena Belova?
She's actually Italian." And they go, "He plays an Italian character in a comic book," and he was like, "Oh, you got the gabagool."
He's saying it right away. Sorry.
And she was, that's offense.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ian.
Ian McKay from Diabolic.
The hilarious part is that Juice and her were kind of like talking.
They were vibing.
They're vibing, and Juice brings me over, and I'm talking to her, and I'm just kind of just
Did you
talking.
get her number?
I don't know. So we're having this conversation and with her, and then I bring Ian over, and Ian's talking to her, and then Juice kind of bows out and kind of walks away and allows Ian to do what he's got to do, and they're both realized at some point she's like, "Oh no, I'm leaving tomorrow for Japan."
That's the best. They make movies about situations
Yeah,
like that.
that's true.
Well, Juice is a
Sure.
well put together person, really
Oh, yeah.
fit.
Yeah.
And she was talking about something about muscles, and he said something. She was like, "Well, they look pretty good to me."
Oh.
She said that to him?
To
Yeah.
Juice. And I was like,
There's your chance.
I said,
Yeah.
"Here you go."
That's your moment.
Oh, my
you only
God.
get one shot. I believe Eminem
Dun,
said that.
dun, dun, dun.
So what
Mom
happened?
spaghetti.
He probably ended up with that.
Mom spaghetti.
At some point, the conversation took they were taking. I have pictures. Took pictures of Juice and her.
Yeah.
Oh, you wow.
I can't show it. We're on a podcast, not a video.
Yeah, that's
podcast.
Right,
bad
right.
radio right
They
there.
walk out the convention center.
No. They had a conversation. And I bowed out, and I went to do other things.
Was there a number exchange?
I have no idea. I didn't.
Oh.
I met her and I
She gave
complimented her
him a
on her outfit, and then I was like, "Oh,
I'm gonna get in trouble.
I'm not. I know. I'm." Because he said, "Oh, this is such and such," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I was gonna go into Julio mode and start start just talking.
But
I could-
standing there flexing.
He's a
Yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah, like the Hulk, and she's
Yeah.
right
Oh,
beside
more
him.
like the
and
Hulk.
guess who has a relationship?
Do
in the
not
movie?
get it. He's a Hulk. She's
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, yeah,
Scarlett-
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good try.
Yeah, they were vibing because I sensed it. I was out. I was like, I like your outfit. See you later.
But as soon as Julio walked over,
He had a strut going on.
the
afterwards.
salt was in the air,
No.
and the conversation ended.
Assault Precinct 13.
Like the cloud called Julio. Rain fell,
Right.
and
Damn.
Hurricane Julio came
Yeah,
through and
shit.
just blew it
Like a-
to shit.
like
There's
bad
never
fart.
no hurricane's named
elevator.
Julio.
yeah.
No.
Did
it's
you
just-
guys have any time to visit any of the panels?
No, I haven't even gone
Sir?
upstairs.
Sir,
Yes, I have.
we are working, sir.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
I've
already.
done plenty.
Well, maybe I meant the question more for
Okay, all right,
more than
all right,
anything.
Yesterday was the Godzilla panel. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, wait.
Godzilla?
Who's
Yeah.
on the panel?
One of the Mondo dudes.
It's
was
Godzilla.
there.
But it was more for like,
Kept on
like
stepping
the
on
movie, the
everybody.
comic, the toy. Like, what are we talking
All
about?
of it.
Oh,
Like
nice.
Shag was there.
Did you see the one I bought?
Shaq?
Shag, the artist.
Did you see,
Oh.
did you see the one I bought? I bought a Godzilla toy yesterday. Today.
They didn't film it.
It wasn't
of you
yesterday.
buying it. So no, I didn't see the one. I'm gonna show you. They were like, oh, and by the way, Showtime bought this here. But the pinball makers were there. They have all the
Oh,
Godzilla
very
pinball
cool.
machines you can go play.
Oh,
which is
nice.
a lot of fun.
You guys sign any autographs this weekend?
Did I sign an autograph?
Yeah.
I signed a few. Yeah. So did Maria.
Best autograph I signed was for Alex.
Oh.
He wanted a pin, and he asked me to
Glow in the
do it as a
Nice.
1 of 1. And he kept on showing everybody, and Oscar was like, well, what do I get?
I
And
was
I wrote
walking-
a
I was
half.
walking-
Yeah,
I was walking Ben back to IDW, like,
Uh-huh.
cause and then I
To protect him?
Yeah, you protect them.
He said, "I need a good Mexican."
Oh, wow, that's exactly what he
I
said.
guess you'll do.
No, I told him I'd go find him one. He said, "Follow me, I'd find you a good Mexican."
Right.
There's a janitor around here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Supplies!
Surprise! So I walked by and they were closed pretty much, and I go, how much was it? Figures? He says, "Oh, this one's $20." And I said, he goes, "But we only have this one right now. We'll have more tomorrow, because they have the Rodin and all those other ones." But I said,
Oh, I love Rodan.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Really?
But you like Mothra?
No.
No.
Martha's a bitch.
No, it comes with those 2 little mini Asian ladies.
I know.
"What's
That's
the
not-
what's
it's
the
gonna
robot?"
Play well with that.
Mecha Godzilla?
No, the other one, the pointy hair. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Megan Godzilla?
No.
Shinjara.
Yeah.
What about the big turtle? Is that Gamora, Gamera? Something?
Yeah, it's Gamora.
Gamera.
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 Yes, it was a trilogy. Yes, for cameras.
And then what really bugs me is that I believe it's Entertainment Earth, I think, had it, or maybe NECA has it. You have the new Last Ronin NECA doll on
Yeah.
display
Yeah.
with the giant sizes. Haha, bitch, you can't buy it today.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, they're showing it off, right? And they have the Casey Jones with Julio Bob, but they had the new
Yeah.
Last Ronin figure for there displaying it. And everyone's in this long ass line waiting to get to the front. Yeah, I'll take one of those. Oh, these aren't for sale. This is just to show you what we're going to sell.
Right. Where I bought that Casey Jones, when Eastman was signing there, they had a preview box that's coming, I guess, at Diamond. It's a preview box. And dude, they were amazing. They had the old school Mirage Turtles vibe on the box. And
You mean in the Eastman art style?
yes. Thank you. It's wonderful.
By the way, that cartoon, what was it, Turtles Forever, I think was the name of it? Delightful.
Really?
Yeah, it's like an hour-long cartoon of like all the versions of the Turtles meeting in the animated world.
Oh, very cool.
Oh yeah,
Did you-
I
hey,
heard that came out. That
Did
was
you
really
know?
good.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Like,
That was
we're
really
getting
good.
off topic. Do you know in the last Turtles, the Bish Mania? Even Julio didn't know this. That there's actually
Oh, shit.
cans. There's like these. There's cans on the
They're
floor.
beer cans.
They're beer cans, but they represent each death of the turtle.
Wow.
Yeah, we did not know that. He's I didn't tell you that, man.
No shit.
Yeah, he didn't tell me. There's like a crushed turtle,
Uh-huh.
a burnt turtle, and one that's killed with arrows.
Oh.
And there's an arrow through the can.
No shit.
And then there's a little splinter on the very end,
Right
and
there.
I never noticed it. Yeah, it's very, very
Oh, I
cool.
know what it is.
Yeah, it's very cool. You could just use the graded one.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna take forever. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
God.
Ah, man, it's fucking.
Show
It's. I don't have a graded one here.
Weird.
Oh, no.
Isn't the cover in
Anyway,
the hardcover?
I went to the
No.
The Bismania's on here.
Primal.
Yeah.
No, maybe they'll put the
Convention,
Bishmania in the
panel
next.
on that, which was in Gendy's Tarkovsky's.
Oh, Gay
Oh
Ding,
shit!
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh shit!
it's fantastic.
You know what happened today? I get a text today from rapper extraordinaire Chino XL.
Oh yeah, you showed me.
Oh.
Yeah, and
There's Splinter.
yeah, I got a text from him today,
Ah, cool.
and he
each
says,
turtle.
See the arrow?
Yeah, one's burnt because one the turtle was burnt, and then one has the arrow, and then
one's crushed, and the
one's
other
crushed.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
telling us today.
and the splinters on the very far left,
Yeah.
right, or whatever.
He said his exact words were, "Even Julio did not see this."
Yes. Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know. I was just stoked that we actually got to make that book.
That's cool.
But like I was saying, Chino XL texted me today. He goes, "Dude, brother, we finished the second book." It was Chino XL, Enter the Black Mask, and he goes, "Guess who makes an appearance in the book?"
Cool.
And he sends me a text. And he sends me a picture of it, and they drew me in the book
Wow.
wearing a "We Can Be Heroes" T-shirt, and it's me.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
yeah, no, I look pretty badass. Like,
Well,
I look tough.
They
like
made
I'm
it
gonna
true to
start some
form.
shit.
You know, they gave him that. You know,
Like you can play
they gave him that
skills.
Yeah,
giant
I-
hit of his.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm in a comic book.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm pretty
after
stoked,
after
man.
all these years, that you finally
Finally made it in
made
there.
it in there.
So just remember the key first appearance of Julio.
Yeah.
The comic book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
Right. Oh,
I always thought
push
Rob
that.
Liefeld would have drawn me first into a book, but
Dr. Rob Liefeld.
Dr. Rob Liefeld.
Well,
yeah.
technically he did because Chino XL drew you without feet.
Oh, that's true. I wish I had no feet right now because my feet
Now,
are killing
would you like to
me.
be drawn with like 50 pouches?
No, not pouches.
The pouch.
I want to be drawn
That's
like
right,
his
the
Captain
pouch.
America with the giant rib cage, the Elon Musk of rib cages.
Right.
yes.
Oh, I saw that. Awkward.
Yeah, that is funny. You know, he saw that. You know, Elon Musk saw that and was like dying inside.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's time we wrap this
Yeah,
bitch
yeah,
up,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Other panels, Rick and Morty one was a lot of fun. Bob's Burgers was great.
You're gonna give me that
X-Men
match,
version.
right?
Wait,
Anniversary.
were they giving out free burgers?
They were.
Oh,
There
nice.
was a Hulu truck in the back, out by the bay,
Yeah.
and they were giving out free burgers.
Anybody see
Line was
Dennis
super
Cowan?
long, though. There was 100 people. in
He
line.
saw Dennis
did.
Cowan.
You saw Dennis Cowan?
He was at the. It's funny. I was making fun of us like Garfield and Friends, but Jim Lee and Friends panel. So
Yeah.
Dennis
Oh.
Cowens, Todd
I missed that. I
McFarlane,
missed
Paul
that.
Dano, and Greg Capullo.
Wait, why
Yeah.
is Paul Dano there?
Because he has a comic book coming out that he's writing called Riddler Year One.
Based
Oh.
on the movie?
Yeah, based on the movie.
So is it like Spider-Man and Friends, Jim Lee and Friends?
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was kind of funny, man, but it was cool. Everyone's coming out. And,
Who's the most famous person you've run into?
At the con.
At the con.
At the con? Jeez.
I can tell you I ran into him today. I'll tell you. Well,
I'm a big Eastman fan. I've run
Right,
into
right,
him.
right, right.
I think Stephen Moffat was a big one for me. He's,
Moffat?
Yeah, he was the Doctor Who.
That's cool.
showrunner.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else? Geez, there's so many. Sergio Argonauts.
Really?
Argonis?
Argonis, thank you.
Yeah.
This
Sergio
year?
No, a couple of years ago.
Oh,
I ran
years
into him.
ago,
We took
yeah.
a selfie together.
No, I was-
outside a hotel.
Today or this week? Who we
This
ran to?
week?
Not,
Who was it?
No,
Who was
who
the
did
biggest
you-
person?
Oh, this
the
week.
Abysmal ran into Keanu.
Yeah, I didn't run into Keanu.
Yeah,
so I
but-
ran to Eastman. I ran into some of the YouTuber guys like Jim Mint and JP.
You see Comic Tom?
I saw Comic Tom. I saw Guru. But today, on my way to my bus, I ran into Rufio.
Yeah, Rufio, yeah.
Rufio.
Did the real one or
The real one.
imitation
No.
that
No.
looks almost exactly
No,
like
it was him.
That was him.
I even said Rufio, and he
And you
turned
know what?
around.
I don't like that movie at all.
Which
hate
one?
it.
Hook?
I think it's stupid as shit.
No, but
Yeah.
but he's
It's genius
on the
compared to
outside
the.
looking in on that.
but he's
Christopher
famous for
Walken
more
version
more
of
than
it.
just that, right? I mean,
Name it. You're
was
the
his
one that
name?
yelled Rufio.
yeah, that's all I knew is that all I knew from
Yeah,
was that one.
exactly. Exactly.
I
Nice
saw
guy.
I saw Orange Cassidy
Oh,
from
sure.
AEW Wrestling
Oh.
and Britt Baker, which
Wow.
is something I've been hoping for a long time, and
Okay.
it's just.
I had a
moment.
deep and stimulating conversation with Tom McFarlane this morning.
Oh,
Did you?
Hey, but
Yeah.
you ran into Stan Sakai.
I did. I said thank you. He said, oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Scott Snyder. I ran into what's his name?
yeah Usagi Yojimbo creator. He's pretty cool. Well, he's always been cool. Like, before he was popular, like, even, like, I would get, like, some of the trades. I'd go up to his booth and I'd be like, well, what do you recommend? What's the best story? And then he picked one for me. I was like, can you sign it? And this is back when he wasn't charging or anything.
Was it
Yeah.
Grass Cutter?
And then he did a remark for me, you know.
No, the
and
little
to
bunny.
Donald, and so it was nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice. Very, very nice. Yeah.
Kevin, you didn't run into anybody?
Yeah, I saw Jim Lee.
No, but it was at a panel. Panel something else. You got to run into
Who'd you
them.
run into?
Well, the other thing I was saying was Larry Houston, you know, the X-Men.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Took a picture with
Who
him.
we
very
may or
nice
may not
man.
have on the podcast. We'll see.
Yeah.
we ran into,
Oh, he'll do it. He's
we
a
ran
very
into
nice
we
guy.
ran into Bobby Breed.
Bobby Breed? Yeah.
Bobby
Breed. He came to the booth.
Came to the booth.
He's a friend of the Weekend Be Heroes.
Wow, nice.
David Avalone came
Yeah,
by.
yeah.
Did he come by?
And his wife.
Yesterday.
We got a great
Shit,
picture.
I had my
Tom
books I
Waltz
wanted him to sign.
Came by. Tom Waltz came by. We saw Tom Waltz outside the con. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scared the fuck out of his family. I'm gonna go Tom Waltz and she cheer on goes.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
He's good
Yeah,
people.
good.
He's
We
good
saw
people.
yesterday, was it Wednesday or yesterday, we saw a certain comic dealer getting bitched out by his wife, it looked like.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah, always fun.
What
So
time
it's
was
good.
that?
No name.
Name?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this, is
No.
the this show we name names.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't want to
off-
torpedo this
off
conversation.
microphone.
Oh no, I did. I didn't run into John. I didn't run into John.
Yeah, no, he was very supportive on Wednesday when he saw me. He's like, dude, you have a booth here? I said, yeah. And he's like, good luck, man. You know, give me a hug.
Give you a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he slip $100 bill in your pocket?
No,
when
took,
he left?
took his wallet and realized it was broke, so he said, "Give it right back to him."
Oh, here, I accidentally took this. That happened to mine.
I ran into the Rock.
No,
Yeah.
you did not.
Probably
Young
not.
Rock.
No, I didn't run into
Like
Dwayne
a-
Johnson. I
like
just
a
ran
rock.
into a Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I thought.
right.
No, but I mean, you know, the thing with me is my wife's a little naive when it comes to Comic Con. Did you see the Rock? Did you guys hang out?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
did you see Keanu?
Yes.
What did he
The
say?
answer is yes.
And I said,
He said,
honey.
yeah.
Then she sent me a picture of Kevin Smith. He was doing a
panel.
TikTok. He did a panel, and she said, "Look, honey, Kevin Smith, did you see him?" I go, "No, it's not. That's not how Comic Con works.
Oh,
Right,
man.
You know, there's
20 security
rooms
guards.
and but there's rooms, there's panels, there's hotels they do shit in. It's not like you're in one little hotel room and they're just like shoulder to shoulder.
That was like 30 years ago.
More than that.
Or 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, they're sometimes those guys come in, they walk in and for a 20-minute, 30-minute panel, and then they go home and you never see them again.
It's true.
Right. That's why you got a small block of time to kidnap them.
It's true. Also true. Yeah.
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 I saw Sienkiewicz
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, Bill.
I saw him lounging
chilling.
at his booth.
Lounging.
Yeah, he has one chair, one booth, this giant backdrop, and it says his name, hyphenated, so actually people can say it correctly. And he's just lounging in this chair going, I'm like, dude, it's so weird.
Like
It's
a
so
secret.
weird. It's so weird to see. I haven't seen any of the convention. I've been stuck in my cubicle.
Well, it's funny, I feel like I walked it, it feels like I've
No, we've
walked
walked
it so
in-
many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, every time I'm going to like this side,
Focused. Hyper focused.
well, not only that, but like, you try to skirt around the lines and the
Right.
You find out like, I don't
All the
remember this
side
aisle.
things, yeah,
Have-
you miss out on.
Have you gone to Artist Alley?
Yes.
You got to Artist
I mean, I just walked, from one end to the other, like really quick.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite part.
I just wanted to see who was there.
It's fun.
That's my favorite part. And I saw the list of people that are there. And it's one of the best years ever for artists.
Like who?
Mark Brooks is there.
Mm-hmm.
Art Adams is down there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different like collectives, so to speak, that are out there.
Just so you know. Oh, sorry.
What's it called? Kyle Higgins
Yeah.
is down there, which is huge.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Higgins is huge. I didn't know who he was, but I remember when he took over and started relaunched Power Rangers for Boom. I picked it up just nostalgia reasons, and I loved it. It was so well done. And then he's doing Radiant Black now.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. He's really good. But those are the names. When I remember there was a time when I would go to Artist Alley, it was everybody that was hot in the 90s or whatever. They weren't signing in there. No, they weren't signing there. You had all the Silver Age guys that nobody cared about it at this point, as much as we care about it now.
Type of person.
Yeah, Herb Trimp. I used to walk by him all the time, and I said, one of these days I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get Landon Whedon's autograph one day.
Jim Starlin.
Yeah.
Dead, by the way. Oh, he's supposed to. Isn't he here?
Oh.
Jim
I-
Starlin.
No.
I saw
We
him.
talked to
You-
Serge.
I
He
saw Jim Starlin.
is not coming.
No,
No,
Steranko.
Steranko's not coming. Starling's here.
I
Oh,
saw-
Starlin. Yeah, it's
I
Starlin.
saw
Sorry.
Starlin the other day.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was at
He's
Disney
here?
He
panel.
was outside. He
Yeah.
was
Huh?
wearing the same shirt as the girl that was with him. That same color, like he was wearing a button-up thing. And she was
Oh,
wearing like a
was
dress
it Jameson?
made out of the same?
Yeah.
Like,
Is it
print.
Jameson?
No idea.
No, but he's here.
Jamie
though.
Jameson?
Starling's
But
here.
anyway, we
Is
bored
Inker?
you enough or entertained you enough. I don't know what one or the other.
Or
Whichever it is.
tantalized you.
We're glad you listened. We appreciate you coming out
More to
and being a
come.
part of this
More to come.
convention fun. Please find us on social media. We are the Real Short Box. This has been another Comic Shop Talk. We are here with We Can Be Heroes at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube page, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that fun stuff. And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we'll see you
At the sweet, precious, stupendous, but always exhilarating comic book shop.
This has been The Real Short Box. We'll see you at the comic shop. Thanks for listening.